Now, we're lucky enough now to have Sir Richard Tosser, a banker from Britain, I understand, visiting Copenhagen, visiting this vital conference on climate change. So, obviously, I must begin by asking why you're here at this conference.
I'm here. I'm here. It's David, isn't it? Daniel, yeah, sorry. I'm here, David, because I feel the need, frankly, to make money. And so I've come because my family have always been bankers. My brothers are both bankers, both knighted. My father, Sir Lord Tosser, no, Lord Tosser of Ticehurst, sadly deceased. I've smelt money in carbon dioxide for some time, as is obvious here. I mean, frankly, this is an enormous fair of people buying and selling things with carbon dioxide, isn't it? So I want to be part of that.
And, well, we are sitting in this exhibition hall with, as you say, there does seem to be quite a bit of selling and buying going on. Well, people displaying their wares. But that's not what it's about, really. It's an attempt to sort of save the planet and bring us all together as people living on one Earth.
I think that's an extraordinarily disillusioned view. I mean, Daniel, it's not at all like that. I don't know. I saw other people talking about saving a planet, and frankly, this is about money. It's not about saving anything. And to be honest, if we carry on messing about, we won't solve the problem of the recession. We need to use this as an opportunity. Can I just demonstrate something to you? Look, I did chemistry at school. And as far as I remember, look, this is a polythene. This is an M&S bag, actually, yes. A very fine bag.
We shouldn't really be advertising, but never mind.
It's an M&S bag. Anyhow, when you breathe in oxygen. When you breathe out, carbon dioxide. That has value. All through here, people are breathing out. This is an extraordinary collection of people breathing out hot air, most of it pure carbon dioxide. That's got a value. And I feel that what we need to do is get on with selling it and stop mucking about. There's a lot of people here doing all sorts of things that I think are completely stupid, frankly, having wandered around today. We need to get on with the business of buying and selling carbon dioxide.
But a number of people here, there have been a number of demonstrations and demonstrators, petitioning, pressing for various things around you. You've probably seen some of them. I don't know. Do you feel any sympathy with them?
Well, actually, now you mention it, I saw some demonstrators on the way in. As you come in just round the corner, there's a row of young ladies wearing very little clothing. And I spoke to one of them, Lisbeth, a charming woman. I'm going to see her after the show. And as far as I can understand, what she's selling is warming up without using carbon. Absolutely brilliant. For 300 kroner, she's absolutely guaranteed to warm me up without using any carbon dioxide. So I'm going to go and check out her demonstration as soon as this is finished, yes.
Right, yes, I do see some opportunities here. But don't you think, although you seem to have a very particular view of the conference as making money, but there are other issues that are being discussed here, like forests and reductions in carbon and, making it a better world even for poor people who seem to be, who it is said are going to be the victims of climate change.
Are there still poor people in the world today?
Well, there are representatives from countries who claim that they have millions of poor people.
That's extraordinary. You wouldn't have thought it, would you? I mean, honestly, looking round here, it's blooming luxury everywhere. I don't think there are poor people. Are there really?
Well, there aren't very many here, I must admit, but I think they do say that back in their home countries there are a number of them. So.
Well, then all we need to do is to be buying their carbon dioxide, and that'll make them richer. It's a fine idea. It'll be all right, honestly.
Yeah, so have you been impressed with any of the people you've seen here at all, or anything you've seen since you arrived? Other than the woman outside?
Yes, Lisbeth. Yes, I'll give you her card, actually. I've got it somewhere, if you like. Yes, that's her card, yes, I'm sure you'll need that. I haven't exactly... Well, to be honest, I've been awfully muddled by the acronyms, I believe they're called, yes. I went to one... I thought I'd pop into some bingo earlier. Turns out to be something to do with banking. I thought even that would be good. It was terribly boring. Yes, I went to sleep. The most interesting people, as always, are in the bar.
Yes, in the bar. Well, I suppose you have checked it out, and there are a number of them there.
There are a lot of people in the bar, yes. I've met some very, very interesting people in the bar. I met a man... Can you tell me, Derek, what biochar is?
Biochar, well, it's a process of producing energy from, treating wood and then producing energy from it economically.
That would explain it. I met a very nice man called Atto, Ethiopian, in the bar last night. He said to me that he's prepared to sell me a very large chunk of Ethiopia. As I understand it, if I can get hold of that, of course it's not for me personally, it's for my clients. I have a range of clients among the bankers of Britain and, of course, some members of Parliament who now, once their expenses take off again, they'll have a lot of money to invest in things like this. So I'm really hoping that we can get that land and use it for biochar. There's some people on it at the moment, but apparently they won't mind. They're very generous, the Africans, aren't they? Yes. They've given, over the years, they've given what? Ivory, gold, diamonds, all that kind of thing. They've given all that to us, and labour. All that labour they gave to America. That's fantastic, really, very generous. One of them's become the president.
So, and you have interests in Africa, business interests?
Well, not yes, but I'm going to. Yes.
And what is your view as a banker? Because this is, I think, critical. Of different alternative energies. Do you think that solar power or wind power, for instance, could replace oil as an energy, and that's the way of the future?
Gosh, that's an awfully complicated question. The way of the future. Well, I don't think I know, to be honest. Solar power. What's that about?
Well, it's just harnessing the heat and light from the sun to produce energy, possibly cheaper than oil.
Cheaper than oil? So one could make money out of it?
Yes, I think that's the idea, and certainly make energy.
OK, well, in that case, I could get interested. Are there stands selling it?
Yes, I think there are some stands displaying it, yes.
I'll toddle along afterwards, well, after I've seen Lisbeth, and see if I can do something about that, yes.
Just behind us, in fact, making a lot of noise is a stand where you go on a bicycle and pedal very fast and produce energy. That might, I don't know if that's useful to your portfolio.
No, I doubt it. When I glance round there, OneClimate, what's that about?
Well, OneClimate is it's a website, and concerned with the ideals of bringing the world together through new technology.
Don't you think, Desmond, that's a bit limited? OneClimate. I mean, that's like saying one planet, isn't it? People are very limited in this. If we're going to get out of this situation, don't you think we have to be a little bit more, adventurous? It's like, what about the moon? What about Neptune? What about Uranus?
Well, there's no need to be personal, but surely that's a little outside the ambit of this conference. I think they are sticking to this particular planet.
This particular planet. Well, I think it's very limited. I was talking to an American earlier. They've got some schemes of you just let little bits of silver paper drift into the air and it bounces the sun back. Marvellous. That'll solve all the problems, won't it? Although then it won't reach the person with the solar panels. That's probably what the negotiations are about.
Well, it's sort of connected to that idea, I think, on the whole. So do you think that climate change is an issue worth discussing? Is that why you're here?
Well, to be honest, no. I've just seen an opportunity, as all the tossers have seen opportunities in the past, and we will move in and make money out of this. So I'm not, climate change, it's a bit over my head, to be honest. I'm more interested in making money.
Yes, well, that may be part of the negotiations as well. People don't obviously want to lose money. I don't know that they're here just to make it, but it's an interesting perspective. Have you met other bankers here?
There's a lot of them around. Some in disguise, I have to say. Yes, there were some in that banking meeting, but they didn't want to talk to me at all. Surprising, really. But I'm sure there must be a lot, yes. The official delegates mostly look like bankers. Yes.
And have you noticed yourself any of the effects of climate change, and is it something you discuss with your banking colleagues?
Well, I live in the Bahamas. Yes, and there is a rumour that things are getting hotter. And of course, if they did get hotter, and also if the sea rose, we might have a problem, I suppose. Though Tosser Towers is fairly tall, so I don't imagine it affecting me personally for some time. But I'm not too bothered, honestly. No.
And do you hope to stay here throughout? The conference is 2 weeks, as you're presumably aware. Will you stay the whole time, or do you think you'll do most of your business and then go elsewhere? I don't know how busy your itinerary is.
Well, frankly, I expect to clean up in a few days. I don't expect to be around much longer. Most of it seems awfully boring.